February 1st, 2026. Just calling it as I see it. Let's just talk about Hollywood for a second. Let's just go back and look at how where did they even get the word Hollywood from? Why do they even use that term? And I just had this thought come to my mind because I've seen it for many years, but you kind of have an awakening every now and then, an epiphany that says, I just can't anymore. I can't take it. Want to just call it as I see it. And so when you see any actor at all, any actor given the time of day to give their opinion on the mainstream, whatever that mainstream platform is, whether it's, being at some stupid Golden Globes, Oscar, whatever event they decide to go to, whatever gives them a chance to get in front of somebody and say what they have to say. Well, they have been put through the system, put in the washing machine, spit back out again after the MK Ultra mind control stuff that they've been forced to. Because every actor, it's not just they're just acting in movies and plays. No, they're actors, and they become famous. They become good at what they do because they're easily controlled. They're easily controllable. They're actors in their persona that they take on as a person, as a human being. They no longer have control of their own thoughts and emotions. No, they're acting in a certain way that Hollywood says, "Oh, this is how you need to behave." You can have your own identity in a sense, or take on your own persona, but you can't really have your own thoughts and free will and all that stuff. No, you're bought and paid for by the whole industry that is Hollywood, and that just spits out these poor zombies of minds and all that you see day in and day out now, and it's so obvious. But going back to the term Hollywood, why do you think they called that in the first place? I mean, Hollywood is basically like a wizard's wand. It's basically that's what wizards or magicians or whatever you want to call it, they would use this Hollywood because it would be able to cast spells upon the individuals. So Hollywood is just that. And why do we call it spelling? When you spell a word, because you are casting a spell as you speak those words. So it's very literal, and it's to the point, but that's why words and what we say, how we say it, matters so much. And Hollywood obviously knew that from the very beginning, and it has been a huge indoctrination program, so that anybody that just decides to turn on the TV, turn on whatever, to say, oh, this is normal, this is mainstream, this is what everybody does. Yeah, because Hollywood decided to from the very beginning, program these individuals, these actors. I would say bad actors for the most part, but actually very, very good actors at playing their part, their persona, that they believe is their own identity when it's clearly not, and they're clearly brainwashed from day one to become this individual that takes on this persona that becomes so famous and popular and gets all the awards and gets all the money. But why do you think that is? How do you think they play the game? They follow the rules, as our grandfather once said. If you pay your dues and you follow the rules, you get the benefit in all sorts of ways from whatever organization, whether it's out in the open or clandestine or whatever you want to call it. But if you want to play that game, oh yeah, you get all the benefits in the world, and you get to be the puppet for the rest of the world to say, oh, this is normal. All of this is how you're supposed to think and act and believe in every single thing you do. Why? Because we're telling you, and we're obviously popular. We're on the mainstream media. It's got to be true. We got to know what we're talking about. We must have the right way of thinking and ideas and thoughts. It must be completely our own, and we must have complete freedom over that. But man, how things can be completely twisted and inverted, and just all sorts of things that I don't have to spell it out, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't have to spell it out. It's spelled out for you, clear as day, if you just know where to look.